Hello and welcome to Indiana Edge. I'm your host, Talor Whitaker, your guide through today's episode, one of many in an exciting series that will surprise you with stories of individual cities and towns that make Indiana such a unique place. We will uncover the special combination of history, people, and culture that have shaped these places and given them an edge over others, the Indiana Edge. Today we are traveling to Bartholomew County, in the southeastern part of the state, to the county seat, the city of Columbus. Here's a quick view of current city statistics. Known today around the world for its collection of works by renowned architects, known to Hoosiers as one of the ultimate big little cities in the state, Columbus is settled. As we travel back, however, to its beginnings, we see how the city fought for that identity and place in the world.
It was decided after Bartholomew County was chartered to establish what was originally called Tiptona as the county seat. The Tiptona name came from a famous Army general named John Tipton, who was one of the primary landowners in Bartholomew County at the time. In fact, many war heroes, one of their benefits was that they had the ability to acquire vast amounts of property. And General Tipton took advantage of that, and much of his property is what is now today Columbus.
You might call this the first town scandal, but the city came through just fine and without Tipton. It was discovered that Tipton did not donate land, but paid for that namesake. And after the discovery, Tipton left in a huff, looking for another plot of land in which to stake his claim. The city of Columbus didn't have time to dwell on one fussy general. Big things were on the horizon.
I think the first big changes took place in the 1840s. One of the major developments was the migration into the Bartholomew County, later Columbus, a large group of settlers from Germany who were fleeing the religious oppression in Europe at the time. They came up from the Ohio River, passed through southern Bartholomew County, and established a very strong German Lutheran influence, which is still in effect today. Bartholomew County has a very strong Lutheran community. Probably, though, the greatest change as far as putting the county and community on a forward track was the entry of the railroad into Columbus. After several years, a railroad link was established from Madison to Columbus. I think the year was 1843. And it was a big thing in the community. I mean, they had parades, firework demonstrations, and more importantly, it signaled the boom in population. Bartholomew County went from a couple of thousand people to several thousand people in the space of 10 years. And it also developed the seeds for an industrial revolution.
Industry had its first foothold in Columbus in the late 19th century with Reeves Pulley Company. This time frame is also when we are first introduced to a couple of key Columbus men of industry.
Thousands of people worked at Reeves Pulley Company, and including a couple of fellows named Q.G. Noblet and Plessy Cummins. Q.G. Noblet in 1919 went on to co-found what was Arvin Industries, and Plessy Cummins, of course, was the co-founder of Cummins Engine Company. And those seeds kind of developed through the 20th century and kind of put the stamp on Columbus. And while around them they were still surrounded by agrarian communities, that this hotbed was changing, and Columbus itself was changing from an agrarian community to an industrialized one where the laborer was a very valuable resource.
After the break, we'll return to our discussion with Mr. McCauley and begin to carve out Plessy Cummins' legacy right here on Indiana Edge. Stay tuned.
Hey, Jennifer Fuzz Mike, Trooper Money Slang. Aw, scram.
I'm Chris Mike, Jubby Rollbon. Y'all gonna lead up in Kiss Bet.
Peace Charity, get town down.
Toothpaste, dummy way.
Brona brood.
What?
With the top 100 shows preloaded, Xfinity is perfect for people who want to join the conversation. Catch up on the shows everyone is talking about. Get started with the Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast for $99 a month for a whole year. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today. What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
I'm almost done.
Now you can pay your bill, manage your appointments, and check your connection status. Anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so you're protesting? Okay.
Introducing Xfinity My Account, available on any device.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge. I'm your host, Talor Whitaker. We are ready to jump back into our exploration of the city of Columbus, and we pick up in the 1960s, a time where the city was experiencing some great civil rights reformation at the hands of J. Irwin Miller, Cummins chairman during this period.
Cummins had to employ some techniques, like going to the landlords and saying, if you want to rent your properties to any Cummins employees, you're going to have to open your properties up to people of color, or else you will lose the opportunity to rent to Cummins employees. And it's amazing how the dollar can change a lot of minds, and certainly did in that case. He was also looking for a community that would be a good place for his workers to live, not just to work, but to enjoy life. And he brought into this company and this town some young, energetic, intelligent, initiative-driven people. And instead of looking upon Cummins as being a way station on their resume, that so many of these people felt that this was really like to stay and work not only for the engine company, but to live in a community that was forward-thinking and was willing to take a chance.
Miller was instrumental in not only giving his hometown of Columbus, Indiana international stature in architecture, but also in the rise of the Cummins Corporation. It is his spirit that is felt by the Cummins Collective today and within their most recent innovation, the Employee Live Well Center.
Well, when we were looking at our overall health strategy in terms of where we wanted to go next, again, trying to make sure that our employees had everything that they need to be healthier. When they come to work at Cummins, we want them to be healthy. And so how do we do that? So for years we've done things along the lines of benefits, and many employers have done that. And we said, what's next? And we've done as much as we can around benefit design and access through the normal things that one would see in terms of wellness programs. And this clinic idea really surfaced as really being the next stage.
Now, to the casual observer, this may look like any other nice clinic, complete with all the aesthetic appeal and artistry you'd expect from Columbus, when in reality, it's much more than that. It's a lifestyle medicine approach to care.
So a lifestyle approach to care means that we use lifestyle, things such as how much sleep you get, your nutrition, and your physical activity, how you deal with stress, not only to prevent disease, but also to treat disease. Now that's a new concept, and it's certainly new for on-site employer clinics.
You may not think this is all that new of a concept. However, the truth is, the totality of a vision like this is rare in practice.
Some of that's being done at some of your academic medical centers, so Harvard and places like that, or sort of tipping their toe in the water in terms of doing lifestyle practice. But we've actually embraced it, as you see, in a large way. We're the only one in the country as an employer that's actually taken this approach this aggressively.
The Live Well Center is a one-stop shop for employees' health needs. But you may be curious, why then is Dr. Sherney in a kitchen?
And again, the lifestyle piece is such an important component of that. We have coaches on site, we have nutritionists and dietitians on site, and of course, we're sitting here in this wonderful kitchen. So we even have a chef that's here to help people understand what it really means to eat healthy and how good it can taste.
Again, Cummins is not afraid of forward thinking. It was that kind of thinking by Klesse, who by the way built his first steam engine at age 11, and Miller, that's led Cummins to where it is today. A multinational Fortune 500 company that serves customers worldwide in areas of engines, power generation, components, and distribution. That remains true to its Indiana roots.
Every place that we operate and have employees, we want to be a part of that community. And we think that we can play a vital role in making those communities better. So we have this mantra that we talk about everything we do should lead to a healthier, cleaner, sustainable environment. And so we really play that out in our communities. And so that's what we do in Columbus as well.
For more information on the Live Well Center, head to www.cumminslivewell.com. And speaking of tasting good, I'm a firm believer that living well provides for a little something sweet every once in a while. So let's now check out the ever-delectable Zaharakos Ice Cream Parlor. Since 1900, Zaharakos Ice Cream Parlor has been indulging the customer's sweet tooth with fare like homemade ice cream and soda. The sights and sounds of the parlor have also proven a treat. Feast your eyes on a Tiffany-style lamp, Mexican onyx soda fountains, and a spectacular 50-foot double back bar, all while listening to a Welts Orchestrion. It wasn't all sodas, sundaes, and smiles for Zaharakos, however. A massive and involved restoration began in 2007 at the hands of Tony Moravec, who, until this project, was busy making and selling pharmaceutical-related products that his companies Blarix and Applied Laboratories had been doing for decades. Moravec purchased Zaharakos in 2007 with gusto and a clear understanding of why he would see this through.
When I decide to get involved in a preservation project, I have a couple things in mind. One, I have to recognize, first of all, that the bones of the building or the facility are worth saving. What I mean by that, it has to have some characteristic to it that it's going to be enjoyable for many generations for years to come. And then if I decide that that's the case, I'll do pretty much whatever it takes to restore, reclaim, refurbish the building to make it available for future generations.
Over the next 2 years, those good bones of Zaharakos were infused with a fresh vitality. The parlor subsequently reopened in June 2009 to continue serving the community and honoring some long-standing traditions.
Zaharakos has been here since October 20 of 1900, so it's been here a few generations. And in the early days, it was the favorite meeting place for many politicians, famous people who came to town. They wanted to come to Zaharakos. So we normally, when anybody special comes to town, they usually ask, what are the few places special in town to go? And our wonderful visitor center always directs them over to Zaharakos. So we've had politicians. This is also obviously one of Mike Pence's favorite places to come when he's in town because he grew up here. And he doesn't not just had the opportunity to experience it as an adult, but he had the experience as a young child to come to Zaharakos when he was young.
One thing's for sure, when you step inside Zaharakos, you will experience history, a full menu, and friendly staff. You might even get a glimpse of a celebrity, and you might also be introduced to the GOM.
The majority of our recipes are pretty common. However, we do have a special sandwich, and it's called the GOM, G-O-M sandwich. And it's kind of a takeoff of a Sloppy Joe, but the GOM sandwich was invented here at Zaharakos some 75 plus years ago. And it's basically a concoction of ground beef, tomato sauces, and some very secret ingredients to make it what it is. And then it's put on either toast or toasted bread with cheese. So you can get a GOM sandwich with cheese or just a regular GOM sandwich. And the people who like it love it. And many people come in specifically for it. And it's probably the most unique sandwich that we have here today.
When three brothers from Greece opened Zaharakos as a candy store in 1900, it's hard to say what they thought about its legacy. Certainly they couldn't have envisioned Mr. Moravec. But what matters now is what Tony sees for the future.
For a while I worried about the hands and how how this was going to move on into history and who was going to take care of it, because nobody seemed as interested in it as I am. However, having said that, I now have my oldest son has done some restoration work of his own now, and I find that he does it as good as or better than I do. So I feel it's going to be in pretty good hands, because I will leave the properties that I own that have been restored probably to him because of his interest in restoration and preservation also.
For more information on Zaharicos Ice Cream Parlor, visit www.zaharicos.com. And of course, there's nothing like seeing Zaharicos up close and personal and experiencing all that it has to offer. Now it's time to work off some of that ice cream. We're off to Kids Commons Children's Museum after these messages.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing? Struggling? I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Wood Innovative Group LLC, video and multimedia production, single camera, multi-camera, live, post-edit, everything. Click wigtv.com.
Hey, can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
Hey, can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
Pretty special, right? Where else can you get this?
No, pretty much anywhere.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, no, I meant Xfinity On Demand. You get it on all your devices, anytime, anywhere. But yeah, this you can only get here. Dude, where's your horse?
Who cares?
Awesome is having the most TV shows and movies anywhere with Xfinity On Demand.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge. We're discovering the city of Columbus, and within city limits, no one knows discovery like Kids Commons Children's Museum.
Well, we just celebrated our 10th birthday last October, so this year is our 11th year in this facility. We started as a smaller museum across the street in the old Commons building, and did a study and found out that we could support a larger museum in our community. So we moved to this location, which is a former J.C. Penney building, in 2005.
Kids Commons is designed for families with toddlers to early teens, but don't worry, there's plenty for adults to do too. For example, Diane is sitting in front of the climbing wall. The wall mirrors the front facade of the museum. It is 17 feet high and appropriate for ages 5 through adult.
One of our catchphrases is, where kids play to learn and adults learn to play. So that's kind of our motto. Our mission is to learn about Columbus and the world around you. So you'll see exhibits here that teach about, we have a design exhibit on the first floor that kind of, because Columbus is the 6th most noted city for architectural design, it was a real logical exhibit to have, to talk about designing your city or community of the future. We have the world's largest toilet in Explora House, which is to my left, and that's so kids can learn about the ins and outs of a house. So everything about the museum is you're learning by doing.
Surely the building itself is one great example of repurposed space, but perhaps most unique is its location within the city, making downtown Columbus one of the most family-friendly anywhere.
Actually, the 300 block in downtown Columbus, 300 block of Washington Street, has become the family destination because there's a free playground across the street. We have Kids Commons here, and then about 3 doors down we have Zaharicos, which is an old-fashioned ice cream parlor. So when families come to visit Columbus, this is the block they visit.
As you may expect, the energy and volume within Kids Commons is consistently a bit louder than normal, but if you are in Diane's shoes, you understand that hum is a very good thing.
Well, actually, I was only going to work a few years, and I've been here 10. So that kind of says it's just, you walk in a place, and our emojis are new to the building, so you walk in, you see, sunny emojis, and you smile. Marketing a children's museum is a great job, because people come here, they have fun. We have school groups, birthday parties, adult after-hours events, so every day is a happy day working at Kids Commons.
The beauty within a community is the people. From the children at Kids Commons to the older population who've seen it all and are ready to slow down to make every moment count. We head now to our hospice of South Central Indiana and see how Columbus offers its residents and neighbors the chance to live a full life.
We provide a service that is very needed. Our communities, and any community really, should have an ability to access end-of-life care, which, as we know, will come to all of us. The importance of our hospice really resides on the fact that we are a community-owned organization that was founded under the premise that we needed to provide this service, especially because our community could do it and our community needed it. We were founded back in exactly 1980, so we have been here for a very long time, and the importance is that we are guided by our mission. Our mission is to make sure that patients get the best and the excellent care that our staff provides, but our actual mission calls for us to make every moment count. And every moment counts for anyone at any point of life, especially when you are thinking that or when you're preparing for the last part of that journey.
Our hospice was recently named a 2016 Hospice Honors recipient. Despite the accolades, though, Kurt still remembers 2015 being a challenging year, as the hospice care industry is now, more than ever, flooded with for-profit companies. Our hospice remains different.
We started with the belief that this service was necessary and that somebody needed to provide it, regardless of whether we were being reimbursed or not. To this day, we continue to be nonprofit, meaning we will obviously seek reimbursement from the public agencies, Medicare, Medicaid, also from the private insurances, meaning the employer insurance programs. But if the family, the patient that we receive has no source of reimbursement, we provide them service anyway. That's why it's so important to stay as a non-for-profit and to continue to engage our communities on those fundraising activities. So it's a gift to the community, and the community is a gift to us. It's a mutual beneficial event that happens in the lives of people, and so we're only so proud to be able to offer it.
Speaking of fundraising, our hospice knows how to throw a Labor Day party. For 30 years, our hospice's largest fundraising event has been a summer concert featuring national musical acts at Millrace Park.
So it is a free concert. Everybody brings their lawn chair. It's like the biggest picnic that you could imagine. It is just a fun event that just demonstrates how a community comes together to support an organization that provides such an amazing and invaluable service.
Be sure to visit ourhospice.org to learn more about the concert and the services Our Hospice provides. We'll be right back after these messages.
And with Uverse, you can move your TV anywhere in the house.
We're happy with Xfinity. Why would we move the TV?
I don't know, but let me show you. Now, if you had the Uverse wireless receiver, you could take this anywhere. See? Anywhere you want.
Don't get duped by Uverse. Get the most entertainment on any device anywhere with Xfinity from Comcast.
This is the dawn of an old day, because AT&T and DirecTV are offering yesterday's technology today. TV from space. As long as it's not too rainy. Or windy. Or there isn't a branch in the way. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
The only way to get better is to challenge yourself.
And that's what we're doing at Xfinity. We are challenging ourselves to improve every aspect of your experience. And this includes our commitment to being on time, every time. That's why if we're ever late for an appointment, we'll credit your account $20. It's our promise to you. We're doing everything we can to give you the best experience possible. Because we should fit into your life, not the other way around.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge. Of course, what I've highlighted today is only a fraction of what you can see and do in Columbus, so let's see what your neighbors have to say.
I think, being a small community, only about 35 miles south of Indianapolis, you have a small town community feel with tons of outdoor recreation. School systems are great here, very competitive with the Indianapolis schools that are up north. The people and definitely, the architecture here. Cummins is a huge supporter of our town, and I think that's what makes it pretty unique.
All the nice people and the bike trails here.
I like a lot of things about it. It's close to my home in North Vernon, Indiana. It has some beautiful architecture, a lot of different cultural things to do. I love coming and sitting on the street and some of the cafes, on the street cafes. Zaharico's across the street is my favorite place. I really enjoy that. It's got lots of ice cream and really a neat place to visit. It's very historical too, so you might want to check it out.
I grew up here. We moved here when I was a baby. Then I went away to college and came back, and I teach school here. And I've raised our kids here. It's a very safe community, and I remember playing as a child and riding my bike and feeling very comfortable.
It's a good place to raise kids. It's a peaceful community. People are good, and of course, architecture everybody knows about. It's like 4th or 5th, I think, in US.
And I like the way that people behave here. They're so nice to everybody. All community lives here. The Indian, American, Mexican, all are. There's no. I never feel any kind of racism here. It's so good place to live here for anybody. It's so calm. I would like to raise my kid here.
Columbus is ranked 6th in the United States for architectural design and innovation by the American Institute of Architects, behind Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Boston, and Washington, D.C. It's definitely a place you need to see up close. Head to www.columbus.in.us to plan your outing today. Here are some exciting things to mark on your calendar year over year. Thanks for watching this episode of Indiana Edge. I'm Talor Whitaker. We'll see you in the next city.
Hey, can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
Wood Innovative Group LLC, video and multimedia production, single camera, multi-camera, live, post edit, everything. Click wigtv.com.